there. It's Bellingham Mechanics. And today, we're working on the mini bike. So I made this mini bike my science fair project in the 8th grade. So right now what it needs is brakes of sorts. It needs a new chain. Needs a new chain. And a couple other random things, like maybe a wheelie bar, because this thing is extremely fast. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So I'm using this genius piece of mechanics here. This was on this go-kart. It was a line lock, even though it never did me burnouts, because it didn't have that much power. But, it was mounted to the roll bar, and when you just push the pedal, it would force us forward against the front wheels. So these little mounts here and little mounts here. So I'll find a way to make this do a little friction brake, because I don't feel like buying a disc brake for it. So I think I'm gonna do that. So okay, so it's a little bit while later. I didn't really do a step-by-step video on this. I just kind of wanted to show you what I did. I got this little brake here. You can see I used all the parts from the other thing. So you push down on here, and then that pushes down on there, pushes down on the tire. It's kind of a clever little device I got, a little foot brake. But I'm gonna spring load this so it'll maybe want to shoot back up. I don't know if it'll work. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Next step is chain. Pretty much, so yeah, that's it. Alright, it's the next day, and I cleaned her up a little bit. I tightened it so now it's got much more force, and these work actually. Went for a little test yesterday, and I need to put some gas in. I got new chain, and we're gonna go for a test drive. See how she runs. Yeah. So I just went for a test drive. And this thing is so fast, it's barely even rideable. I mean, holy crap, I totally need a wheelie bar. You just give the throttle a little crack, you're up in the air. It's awesome. Yeah, this is a fun bike. Alright, here's a little startup video of this thing. Holy bejesus, that's scary. Made myself a little makeshift wheelie bar here. I know, it's terrible, and it's just temporary. So I'm going for another test drive. Alright, so now after playing with the mini bike for a while, I'm working on the Mustang. And so, turns out these valve covers, which are not down, because we need to fix the valve tick. I have gasket right there, covering junk, but I got everything. But I had these on backwards. This one was on this side, and that one was on this side. So I got that fixed, made a little extension of this, which is good. And I got a lot of spare parts here, including these front shocks. I might do that sometime. There's a lot of things for me to do. Yeah, I'm gonna hook up this tack too. There's wires everywhere for that, but I'm gonna hook that up soon. So, I'm gonna get a different die for these seats because, as you can tell, they do not match. They look really stupid. So, let's get going on.
It's another shop night here at the Bonehead Mechanics. And here's the mini bike. After I grabbed it yesterday.
I mean, brakes are good. They'll be better when it's dry out. Everything is running real nice.
It is insanely fast, but tonight I'm working on the car again. Yep, working on the car.
So this is gonna be fun.
By the way, I also adjusted the side pipes so they're not blowing right at the tire now. I just took off that adapter. So now it's just flange, bend, muffler, and dumped. And it's sturdy. I need to put a hanger up here, but for the most part, it's looking great. I'm excited to hear how it sounds, but first we gotta fix the valve tick and get the valve covers really back on. So, yeah. Alright, so right now I am working on hooking up a temperature gauge. And I just took the little choke I had on there. It looked completely stupid. I painted it a bad blue and it all scraped off. So now there's nothing here. I'm going to make another plate here, maybe, out of like license plate or something, until I go to a swap meet and I find myself a dash piece, because this is what the old dash piece looked like. My stupid self painted it and drilled a hole in it, and then I realized it's $17. So I'd find another one for cheap at a swap meet, but that kind of bummed me out. So, and yeah, this is my genius device right here, dashboard thing. If I ever go to a car show and I see a famous guy, I can just, look, it goes on there beautifully. And if I see a famous person or something, I can go, hey, can you sign my dash? And they sign it, and then, boom, back on my car, baby. That's exactly how that plays out. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Tore this thing off and busted my knuckle here, whapped it against the hood. Wow. So I'm kind of like addicted to fabricating stuff, so I'm making a switch plate out of this old license plate. It's gonna have a temperature gauge, will fit right in there, and then I'll get another gauge here. I don't know what I'm gonna put there. I'll figure something out. So that's gonna be cool. And I'm gonna paint it black. I'm not gonna keep it yellow and blue. So this thing is now finished. The temp gauge isn't quite wired up yet, but I'm gonna get on that. It bolts to the radio with some lock washers and stuff, so it's strong. Everything's all pretty sturdy here. It looks really cool. I mean, it's kind of dark in the car, so the camera's not really capturing how much color it has. It looks kind of bland, but it looks really bright in person. And now, Jesus, stop. I got this shifter. I pulled that off, and I'm gonna make one out of a license plate for this too. And I think it'll be kind of cool. So that's next. Let's get on that. All right, not mine. This is not mine. I'm in the big garage right now. This is how I'm cutting this out. So I guess I'll just lead you through how I did this, kind of. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. So I put tape around here, and the tape line's where I cut. So, yeah. Alright, so I cut this and sanded it down so it's not dangerous. And I'm gonna put spaces in here. I also need to find a way to drill a line for the shifter to go, like on here. So, that's next. After some fun with some pliers, this came out. And I like the look. Kind of like it's looks like it's torn up. I did that on purpose. I thought it looked neat. So this is gonna be pretty cool on the shifter. So it's about the end of the night. I'm finished for now. I got this boot done. It looks really cool, actually. I used foam to space it from the shifting mechanism.
this mechanism right here, and this boot will hop right on there, and I think it looks pretty good. So I got 2 license plate related items in the car. I think it looks neat. It looks really cool. That's a good night's work here.
Thanks for watching this.